one thing, and he could be remembered for a wide variety of things. He was a very, very talented, multifaceted entertainer and personality. I don't know if he'd want to be remembered mostly as a songwriter, maybe so. He wrote great songs, wrote dozens and dozens of #1 hits for various artists, and mostly, of course, including himself. He was a great guitar player. I don't know if he'd want to be remembered as a wonderful guitar player. He was an actor. He did movies, played with George Burns and Oh God and a couple of things, but I don't think he'd want to be remembered as an actor. Great singer, fantastic tenor. You know, he was with the Mitchell Trio. That's kind of what gave him the national stage, replacing Chad Mitchell in that. Fantastic tenor, and he brought on his 12-string guitar, brought a new dynamic to the Mitchell Trio back in the folk boom days, but I don't think he'd want to be remembered mostly as a singer. I think if you were to ask him, what's the one thing you want to be remembered for? I think he'd say, as an environmentalist. Because everywhere he went, he educated folks about the environment, how important it is to take care of the rivers, the streams, the mountains, the grassy valleys, the air that we breathe. You know, he educated everybody in his audience, and everywhere he went, he learned, and he founded the Windstar Foundation out there in Colorado. He did so much work with the most famous oceanographer of his day, Jacques Cousteau. He did television programs with him, bringing us into the wonderful undersea world of Jacques Cousteau. I know that I got into Jacques Cousteau, not because of Jacques Cousteau, but because John Denver was all of a sudden with him. That was the first time I saw Jacques Cousteau, was because my big musical hero was with him on TV that night. That kind of got me interested in Jacques Cousteau, the fellow who invented scuba. We're going to sing a song for you right now, which John Denver wrote about one of the crafts that Cousteau had. It was called the Calypso. And if you remember the wonderful views that Cousteau would give to all of us, it was kind of all brand new back in the 70s. The undersea world, you know, you go back down there, you know, a quarter mile down, and you see things that you'd never saw before. He's the one who brought that to TV. It was all new with him because Jacques Cousteau knew how to reach a mass audience and educate all of us on just how fragile, say, a coral reef is and how important it is that we try to not ever litter in the oceans or the rivers. All the rivers wind up in the ocean one way or another anyway. We don't want to dirty the water that covers most of the earth because it eventually affects us. And John Denver hooked up with him and brought me and my brother along with that great journey down below the surface of the ocean. And I think the best song that John Denver ever wrote, just 2 verses and a chorus. And it was debuted, at least for me, on the undersea world of Jacques Cousteau. It's a great song called the Calypso. We're going to sing it for you right now.
Clear ocean, to ride on the crest of a wild raging storm. You work in the service of life and the living, in search of the answers to questions unknown. To be part of the world, part of the growing, part of beginning, you understand. So the places you've been to, the things that you've shown us, the stories you tell. I, Calypso, I'll sing to your spirit, the men who have served you so long and so well. silent world. To live on the land, we must learn from the sea. places you've been to, the things that you've shown us, the stories you tell. I, Calypso, I'll sing to your spirit.